Today, we have the incredible Nanditha Chauhan, a marketing leader at Byju's, Mrs. Maharashtra 2024, a Bharatnatyam dancer, founder of 8 by 5 organic skincare, passionate volunteer, and an educator. She blends creativity, business, social impact effortlessly. Let's dive into her inspiring journey. Good evening, ma'am. It's an honor to have you here. Uh,
Good evening, Meher.
Winning Mrs. Maharashtra 2024 sounds like a huge achievement. What was the most unexpected part of that pageant journey?
So, yes, this indeed has been an incredible milestone. But I would like to say that the journey in itself was unexpected for me because I went on for the final, rounds of auditions, which was just 3 weeks before the pageant, and luckily got selected. But when I generally have a very little amount of time in my hand, I perform better. I think that was a blessing in disguise. So that helped me prepare myself better. And I also put in my 100% when I go for something. So that thing was there. And something really unexpected was the sisterhood that I found there. There were women from different backgrounds, women who were homemakers, who were bakers, who were lawyers and doctors. So each of them with their unique stories, each of them with their own experiences. So I got to experience that sisterhood. And I also got this chance to reaffirm my belief that magic happens outside of the comfort zone.
Sure, that's true. But confidence is a key part of pageantry. Do you think you have a secret to feel this empowered and self-assured during such high pressure situations?
So, confidence comes from preparation. You know that you're confident only when you've put in the practice, you've worked hard, and you know that you're enough. So, when do you get the sense of self belief? Is when you're aware of your strengths and you're working on your weaknesses. Here, I hold this one philosophy really close to my heart, which says that you do not rise to the occasion, but you fall back to the level of your highest level of preparation. So you fall back to the highest level of your preparation, right? Which means that you cannot summon confidence. It happens over a period of time when you've been practicing. So every time I set my foot on the stage, I calm myself down and I tell myself that I'm enough and my voice matters. And under high pressure situations, I always try to express myself than to impress. So that is my key to being confident.
That sounds really good. You have also have your own skincare brand, which was very a new thing for me to know. How did you come up with 8 by Organic?
So 8 by 5 organic skincare was conceptualized with the premise that we should put on our skin something natural and wholesome as we put into our body, right? So it is based on purity, natural ingredients, and in a sense that there has to be a minimalism in the skincare. So you use very minimal things, but something that is effective, right?
Yeah.
So that is how we conceptualized 8 by 5 organic skincare.
What is the significance of the name?
So 8 by 5 is the golden ratio 1.618, which you can see in the nature, in the seashells, even in the DNA structure. So it stands for proportion and it stands for symmetry. So we wanted to bring about something like that. Also, the 8 is infinity, which means to say that there is perpetual nourishment in the skincare that we provide. And the 5 stands for the 5 elements of the nature, which is also closely linked to holistic wellness and health.
That sounds so good. Do you believe there's a skincare myth that people should stop believing?
Yes, skincare minimalism is growing in popularity for all the right reasons. The myth that people should stop believing is that they need a 10-step skincare routine to have a perfect and glowing skin, right? Even if you're using two things which are of high quality, which are organic, I think you will end up having a really good skin rather than putting a lot of actives like a lot of chemical exfoliants and all of that on your skin with the hope that you will end up with really great skin, which is not true at all. So it's always important to stick to minimalism, but also organic and natural skincare.
Yeah. Uh, how would you quickly describe 8 by 5 organic in 3 words?
So if I were to describe 8 by 5 organic skincare in 3 words, it would be purity, purpose, and
So moving on, I've also come across through your LinkedIn page that you're into volunteering. You have volunteered at National Federation of the Blind and even done clown volunteering. Firstly, let our audiences know what clown volunteering is, and then give us a moment from your volunteering journey that left a lasting impact on you.
okay. So, for those of you all who don't know, clowning is a form of therapeutic experience, therapeutic healing, where trained professionals dress up as clowns and visit hospitals, mainly the pediatric care, to help children, smile during their tough times. So, we would get dressed as clowns and visit Kidwai Hospital, where children were undergoing treatment for cancer, and hand them toys and balloons and spend some time with them, give them some sort of human connection, so that they say that stress relief also helps in healing. So our main motto was to make them smile. And coming to the second part of your question, that one moment that sort of had a really great impact on me while volunteering was while I was volunteering at NFB, which is National Federation for the Blind. I saw a lot of visually impaired people, uh, striving really hard to achieve a lot of things in life. Despite the visual impairment, they were able to do a lot of things. They were so excited about life, which made me understand and appreciate the little things in life, like turning a page and reading for yourself, or doing a lot of activities, simple activities without anybody's help. All these little things which are actually not that little, which we should really be grateful for. We should be grateful for the body that we live in, to be able to do simple things in life. That is what this one experience taught me.
That is so nice to hear, Nandita. Also, I've seen that you've been working only in one company for past 7 years, that is Byju's, which is almost a lifetime fast-paced ed tech industry. What kept you motivated to work in that company itself for such a long time?
So my time at Byju's has been a great one. I have been able to grow professionally. It has been an enriching experience. I think what motivated me to stay there was my deep connection to the mission to make education accessible throughout the country, even in the remotest of parts. Uh, to be specific, coaching for competitive examinations accessible to remotest parts of the country. For example, now a UPSC aspirant does not have to quit his or her job and move to Delhi to get quality coaching from experts. They can do it from the comfort of their homes, along with their jobs at their own convenience. I think because of the innovation that we introduced in the market. Also, I was fortunate enough to work with visionary leaders and subject matter experts and tech experts, which made challenges worth tackling. So, to put it in a nutshell, I think it was my passion for education and how it transforms lives, coupled with the thrill of working in an ever evolving space that kept me going.
Uh, you have worked as a content development and also in digital marketing, two fields that are constantly evolving. What's one digital trend you think is overrated?
The most overrated digital trend is overposting. So people try to chase the vanity metrics like followers and likes and shares, without actually posting quality content. So if you're posting simply for the sake of it and hopping onto different trends just because there is a new trend in the market and you need to catch up to it, you will not really engage audience that will convert. There is a very hard chance of conversion. So it's always important to have quality over quantity. Only then will your marketing campaign succeed.
And also, since you're a creative writer, what's the best storytelling trick that marketers should steal from novelists?
The best storytelling technique that marketers can borrow from novelists is that of introducing tension and giving them a resolution. If you see most of the novels, they are based on the premise that a challenge is introduced, then a anticipation is created. Finally, the author gives a simplified solution to it. So marketers can also use this in a sense that they can introduce a common challenge and then they can bring about a solution by placing their product or service as something that is solving this entire challenge. For example, let's say there is Ananya who has a really dry and dull skin, who has used a lot of different shower gels and soaps, but has not been able to, get better skin, and she forgets to exfoliate because of fast-paced lifestyle. So this here I introduce my brand's loofah embedded soap, which has embedded loofah with glycerin soap. So the soap will help in cleansing and the loofah in exfoliation. So your bathing ritual in itself becomes a therapeutic spa experience. So this is how marketers can, weave a story. So when you weave it with emotion, there is a connection. You're not just selling, but you're keeping the customers hooked to your story. So they'll keep coming back to you.
The next segment we have is rapid fire. Make sure you answer what first comes to your mind. What's one completely unrelated skill that you would like to master?
It would be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or any combat technique because self-defense is important, right?
Okay. If you had to describe your personality using a combination of your skincare products, a dance move, and a marketing team, what would they be?
Marketing,
A marketing term, sorry.
right. Okay. So I am not really sure about the combination, but I can tell you that we can call it Ekaharya, which is a Bharatanatyam term where a person embodies different roles. So my personality is such, I embody different roles in my life and like a multitasking serum or personality based marketing. So I would call my personality that of Ekaharya.
Okay. If you could switch careers for a day, what would you want to try?
I would like to try being a nutritionist like Rujuta Divekar or Ankita Srivastava and learn more about, nutrition, fitness, and wellness.
What is your go-to stress relief activity?
My go-to stress relief activity, I can name two here. One would be journaling. Journaling helps me, write down my thoughts and get clarity. The second one is Bharatanatyam because it gives me a deeply spiritual experience. It is sort of a stress buster and also a great physical activity.
And lastly, if you could only use one skincare product for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It has to be the loofah soap that I told you about.
Hmm.
So it nourishes, exfoliates. So I think your skincare begins in your shower. So that would be the one product that I would use for a lifetime.
Okay. So while we were doing our segment, you mentioned about Bharatnatyam. How did Bharatnatyam happen to you? Was it just an extracurricular activity or a way to become more disciplined or like be closer to this traditional art form?
So I have always wanted to learn Bharatanatyam since I was a kid. I was always inclined towards classical dance forms, either Kathak or Bharatanatyam. But because of the circumstances then, I was only able to learn Carnatic music. But my heart always said you have to learn Bharatanatyam. I completed learning Carnatic music for 10 years and then went on to do my bachelor's. And then when I started working, I realized that now is the time that I should dedicate to my passion as well. So I found a really nice dance teacher closer to my house and I started learning Bharatanatyam. And I also completed my Ranga Pravesha or Arangetram, which is my first public performance 5 years later. So yes, it also keeps me connected to my tradition and also helps me learn about the cultural history. So Bharatanatyam has also instilled a sense of discipline in me. So I think all of this is because of Bharatanatyam. That is how Bharatanatyam happened to me.
Okay. But dance has its language of its own. Do you think but your Bharatnatyam journey tells a story?
Yes, of course it does.
Um, okay. And what do you believe that this Bharatnatyam, if your life was a Bharatnatyam performance, how would you depict it?
So if my life were a Bharatanatyam performance, it would start with a dance drama where I embody different roles that I've played along my life's journey, and it would also comprise of the Navarasas, showing the lows and the highest of highs. It would show Adbhuta, Virya, Raudra, Karuna, and all of those Navarasas or emotions, and finally culminate into my favorite, Tilana, which is an explosion of joy, confidence, and liberation for, I think, the woman that I've become. Somebody who tries to inspire women to, find themselves as the hero of their life.
That's so nice. Uh, Talking about your university life, if you could relive one day from your university years, which one would it be and why?
To be really honest, all the 5 years in Christ University, I did my junior college also from Christ. So all the 5 years have been incredibly amazing and have shaped me into the person that I am today. But if I were to talk about one single day that created an impact, it would be the first day of college when I walked in and I was intimidated by so many nice people. Felt like it was a sea of intelligent, smart, brilliant minds, and the magnificent auditorium, and so many teachers walking around. And when the Christ anthem played, I had goosebumps. And I knew this was the place that would help me dream big and achieve big. So I think the first day of college is something that I hold close to my heart.
I can definitely relate to that. Uh,
Right.
Rice University has a strong reputation for academic and extracurricular excellence. What's one experience from your time that shaped you what you are today?
I think a lot of students will hate me for saying this, but I think it is the continuous internal assessments that shaped me into the person that I am today. So, our course structure and everything was so packed. We had to be available in the college for also certificate courses. And in between all of this, doing the continuous internal assessment was something that we would dread back then, but I think that prepared me for the corporate world, that prepared me to work under pressure, that also helped me become really confident and speak in front of the masses, because I was never a confident person. I was kind of timid. I think all these CIAs, as we term it, helped me a lot and has made the person that I am today.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today. Your journey is truly inspiring and motivating, and we wish all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you so much. All the best to you too. And thank you so much for having me here. I feel really grateful to be recognized as, notable alumni of the college. And I am forever grateful to Christ University. Thank you.